Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. They hit you the deck tech for Vrondiss, Rage of Ancients, aka Mr. Fake Friends. I played this deck twice the other day with my delightful associates over at the Command Crew and Commander at Arms podcast. Played with Paul from Commander at Arms and Corey and Chris from the Commander Crew. And this deck's a hoot. It is Gruul. It's aggressive as Gruul is. I've almost built it as like really controlling. I have all my, well, 99% of my triggers for Vrondiss are going to be fight cards. And so you'll see in deck tech how this deck theoretically functions. But I noticed that these dragons are paper thin. They're not even dragons, they are dragon spirits. They are his fake friends that disappear when the situation gets real. I doled out, I think, 20 damage with my tokens, and then I was butt naked. I had no more presence whatsoever. It's like he just meets you and wants you to fight somebody. And sometimes people are down, sometimes people aren't, and his spirit tokens are not down. Story time. One time in, I don't know, 1996-ish, back in the day, I was at a rave on the south side of Chicago, and my boy Stanford, who I just met, was like, "Hey, you see that guy with the leopard hair?" I'm like, "Yeah." If he fights, if he wants to fight me, are you down? Are you gonna back me up? Oh, fuck it, you know, you gotta fight a guy with leopard hair. I'm down. Let's go. Let's throw these hands. And these dragon tokens are not down. They are dipping. Once they throw in, once they get in there and do a little shaky shank, they're out. They are not down. They do not know. I can't think of the line of the Mobb Deep song. He's like, "These are not there." He goes, "These are not rusty shank holders." These dudes want to throw a punch then bounce. You know, they're gonna go call their dad because their dad's a lawyer. But either way, this deck is fun. There's a lot of draw. There's a lot of action. I put a lot of cards in here that were like pet cards of mine that I always wanted to use and just never had a chance to. But all right, enough talk. Let's get to the reason why we're all here. It's not me blabbering in front of my mural and drinking some rye. It's for the cards. All right, guys, enjoy. All right, guys, here we go. There's the man in question right there. Vrondiss, Rage of Ancients. 3 colorless, 1 red, 1 green for a legendary creature, Dragon Barbarian. He has Enrage. Whenever Vrondiss, Rage of Ancients, is dealt damage, you may create a 5/4 red and green dragon spirit token with, when this creature deals damage, sacrifice it. Fun fact, I did not know they didn't fly until I sleeved the deck up. I figured dragons fly, but again, these are those fake friends. These are those people that you just meet and they're little hangers-on. They are not down for the long haul. They want a good time, not a long time. And it also says, whenever you roll 1 or more dice, you may have Vrondiss deal 1 damage to itself. There are no dice rolling cards in this deck. I find those cards to be underwhelming at best. I don't know. This is how I roll. Also, he's a 5/4, so that's important. Here come the lands. We got a desert. At least it can deal damage to him repeatedly. Tranquil Thicket and Forgotten Cave, just because if I don't need them, cycle, whatever. Kesig Wolfrun, give him that Tramplaze. Castle Embereth, given that slight bonus in power if I need it. Strip Mine, because fuck your lands. And Command Tower. Those are all the non-basics. 17 forests, 12 mountains. Woot woot. You know how I do with my land bases. I have maybe 3 decks that have spicy land bases. This is not one of them. Swiftfoot Boots, because he needs some protection. Also, I am fully off Lightning Greaves. Lightning Greaves has screwed me so hard in so many games. There's a game play that I have on tape that I am just not even wanting to edit because I'm still, like a month later, salty about how bad I misplayed and how bad Lightning Greaves screwed me over. Here come like the acceleration a little bit. Birds,
Felwar Stone, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Impulse, and Rule Signet. Those are the rocks. Here comes the ramp. Farseek, Cultivate, Rampant Growth, Harrow, Traverse the Outlands, because, you know, if you're just got nothing but dudes with 5 power out there, why not go get 5 lands? And Kodama's Reach. Here's some miscellaneous draw. We got Staff of Nin, which is a little bit expensive at 6, but it is what it is. It's going to get you a draw, and then it's also going to let you ping Vrondiss every turn. Momentous Fall, because if it deals damage, you can cast that at instant speed in response to the death trigger for the fake friend token. You know, why not draw 5 cards? Rich Card's Expertise also. You have nothing but 5/5s on the board, so you're going to be drawing 5 cards off of that and being able to play something for free. Hunter's Prowess, I got that in there because it gives the tramplays, and then again, so if you cast it on pretty much anything in the deck, it's going to be a 8/7 trample, and because of all the fight cards and all the little control pieces I got in here, you're going to get through on somebody. You mean what someone do, block with a 4/4 and you're still going to draw 4 cards and kill the creature, so why not? Return of the Wild Speaker, same thing, you know, it's going to draw you cards, it's going to let you just do things. I mean, I guess it could be, in a pinch, overrun if the board's completely naked. Hunter's Insight, same sitch. Drawing cards. Here come all the fight cards. This is the worst one of the bunch. This is a terrible fight card. It costs 4 and it's a sorcery speed. I just got it in there because I had it. Wild Instincts. I took out Idol of Oblivion for this card right now just because I want to have as many fight cards as I possibly can. Ancient Animus, much better. I put this in as technically a fight card because I'm gonna deal 1 damage to Vrondiss and then deal the other 4 out somewhere else. So if I can kill a creature and deal 1 damage to Vrondiss with Monstrous Assault, I got it technically as a fight card. Titanic Brawl, Prey Upon, Unnatural Aggression, which exiles, which is also very relevant. Savage Smash, Savage Stomp, Pit Fight, and Savage Punch. All fight cards that are going to make him box somebody and then hopefully clear the way for either him or one of the dumb dragon tokens. Backdraft Hellkite, because if I can, you know, recur some ramp or recur like Return of the Wild Speaker or just get some added value from the cards I got here, why not? Plus it's a dragon, and it's 5 for a 4/4 flyer, which is decent, but it's just in there for the recursion. Anara, Wolvid Familiar, gives an indestructible, so I could just swing in indiscriminately with Vrondiss. Pathbreaker Ibex, just because that's almost a win con. I probably should have lumped it in with the win cons, just because if I'm swinging in with a 5/4, everything's going to get +5/+5 and trample. Seems good. Vrondiss the Indomitable. I took out the other Vrondiss and put this one in there just because this is probably going to be a little bit better for me. It's going to give trample. And then obviously you want an indestructible 5/5 Death Touch, just waiting to cut. Raging Regisaur. Again, it's a pretty bland card, but it's going to trigger Vrondiss. Stalking Vengeance. If I can get this out, I really just have no fear of swinging out those stupid tokens, just because they'll hit and they'll deal an additional 5 with its trigger. Inferno Titan. Again, same thing. It's going to be able to trigger Vrondiss every turn. Kamal, Heart of Krosa. Same thing, gives that 3/3 and trample, but it is a whopping 8 mayonnaise to cast, but whatever, it's a payoff card. Thunderbreak Regent, so if they target the Jargons with stuff, you know, take that 3 to the dome. Here we got some miscellaneous sorceries. There's a new card. We got Kaluth's Will. Again, it's going to be able to trigger Vrondiss and then do a little board cleanup. Ryle, just a free spell. Why not? Trigger him, draw a card. Sure. Girid's Belligerence. Again, it's going to clear out the board and it's let you populate. Here's another card I've not always wanted to use. I've wanted to use since it came out. Surge to Victory. Take a drink of my Truly. Delicious. So Surge to Victory is going to be 4 and 2 red. And it says exile target instant or sorcery from their graveyard. Creatures you control get XO until end of turn, where X is that card's mana value. Whatever creature you control deals combat damage to a player this turn, copy the exile card. You can cast them. So, you know, whatever. I got 3 dragons out there. 2 or 3 dragons. Whatever. Let me cast another Pit Savage Smash. Let me cast another Rishkar's Expertise for free. Whatever. Hell, even let me cast a Kodama's Reach. Let me just get some value in there and cast these cards for free. You know, if I can get three reach triggers off of that, why wouldn't I want that? And then, you know, obviously, if you do it with Rishkar's Expertise, you give your dragons, you know, 6-0. Seems good. Here comes a little bit of removal. Got Cinder Vines in there, you know, dealing a little bit of incremental damage. Sacrifice it, destroy something. Beast Within, versatile removal. Hull Breach, and Blasphemous Act. We've got some enchantments, a whole grip of enchantments. Gratuitous Violence, if I can deal 10 to the dome every turn with some of these dragons, I'll take it. Goblin Bombardment, just because, same thing like Monumentous Fall, if I can deal damage and then sack it in response to its death trigger, deal a damage to Vrondiss, or just deal another damage to the dome, seems good. Perforos, because he's that good. Parallel Lives, Doubling Season. I gotta be honest, both these cards have never done anything for me in the entirety of me playing Magic the Gathering. Parallel Lives and Doubling Season, I think I can count on one finger how many times I've actually been able to use them. Since these are just such smash on sight cards, I've never got to use them effectively from ever. Maybe, like I said, one time in a game I played 4 years ago. Maybe. But they're there just because, you know, maybe one day I'll be able to live the dream. Same thing with Consecrated Sphinx. I used Consecrated Sphinx one time, and it was the best feeling in the world. Elemental Bond, I have nothing but 3 or higher coming in. Garruk's Uprising, same thing. Impact Tremors, you know what it does. Season of Growth, I think Scry is undervalued. So every time a creature enters the battlefield, I'm going to scry one. I'm going to just read the card. Season of Growth, 1 colorless, 1 green enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield and I control, scry one. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card. So I have nothing but fight cards for Vrondiss. And so I'm hopefully going to be drawing cards and scrying to get my optimum draw. Rhythm and Fires for the hasty haste. And Outpost Siege. Again, if you can get this out, you pick dragons, you smash face with the dragon, it dies, you trigger Vrondiss. Seems good. Here come my 2 win cons. Triumph of the Horde and Overwhelming Stampede. Typical green win cons, you know what they do. Give them that infect or just give them that massive buff so you can just swing over people. Now here are the Spice Level Midnight cards of the deck. We got Alina, Kestic Trapper. She's a 4 colorless, 1 red for a legendary creature human scout. First strike. Add the amount of red mana equal to the greatest power of creatures that enter the battlefield this turn. So I got nothing but 5/4s coming into play. Tap for 5 red mana is very good every turn. And then I don't have this to be infinite yet because I cannot find my Darksteel plate. And once I do, I'm going to put in the deck. But I got that young Goblin Sharpshooter Blasting Station combo. I'm quite certain that I had too many Rise or whatever it was I was drinking that night when I played with the boys on Sunday. And I think I had more damage on board than I did. I was doling out, but I was just like, whatever. So yeah, you sack creature, deal damage, you untap, you do the whole untap dance with these two, and it's just good. So that's where we're at, everybody. That is my deck tech for Vrondiss, Rage of Ancients, Mr. Fake Friends out there partying with nothing but posers. He's trying to live his best life, and they're just trying to be on the scene. You ever hang out with somebody that just wants to be on the scene? It's annoying, and that's exactly what Vrondiss brings to the table. You know, he's talking about, I know the beverage director of this restaurant. No one cares. The beverages suck. This drink is garbage. But you're just here to be seen at this new restaurant. But it bees like that. All right, guys, take care. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think.